Yeah, this the truth serum on Twitter. I said this the truth serum on Twitter, aka Blackout. Now, I was reading this Ghislaine Maxwell stuff. I want you to see what I was just reading and what I was just thinking. Hold on, let me set everything. You know how I do it. I'm never prepared, and I do this just off the cuff because I'll be reading, and then it just pops into my mind like, here it go right here. You know what I'm talking about? Now, check this out. I know I make a lot of videos today. Some days I don't make none. Some days I make a lot. It all depends on how I'm feeling and what I got to do. No, this is what I was looking at. This Ghislaine Maxwell. I was looking at the details of her charges. And this is the criminal counts. Let me make sure you can see that. I'm going to blow it up too so you can see it real good. Here's the counts, the criminal counts. Maxwell was indicted. Wait a minute. Oh, you gotta keep on. Right. Gotta keep it on. Keep quiet, okay? Keep quiet. Keep quiet. If you don't, I'm gonna let you know. All right. Now look, it says Maxwell was indicted on the following charges. 2 counts of conspiracy. Look at the charges. Now, what is a conspiracy? It's a plan. She can beat that. To entice minors to travel to engage in illegal sex acts. Conspiracy to transport minors with the intent. That's not even saying she did it. It's saying she intended to engage in criminal. Look at the words of this. Look at the words of this. Look at the other one. Transportation of a minor with the intent. They not even saying she did the shit. They saying she intended to engage in sexual activity. They said she intended to engage in criminal sexual activity. You see what I mean? How are you just gonna charge her? This how you know all this is a fake and a fraud. The whole mess of it with Jeffrey Epstein and all them damn child rapists, child pedophiles, child molesters, child predators. You know what I'm talking about? Alan Dershowitz. You know what I'm talking about? Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, Bill Clinton, and Hillary Clinton, and all the rest of them child molesting motherfuckers. Look at what they charged her with. Just go back and think about it. And then look at what they charged her with. The intent. Now, if you look up, we look up that word. Let's look it up. Let's look up what intent means. Because this is all bullshit. It's all craziness. All craziness. It's all craziness, man. Look. A usually clearly formulated or planned. The act or fact of, or the state of mind with which an act is done. The state of mind with which an act is done. The design or purpose to commit a wrongful or criminal act. Are they saying that she did this? Are they saying that her purpose was to do this? Why didn't they just charge her with the crime? Why did they put that word in there, intent? A usually Listen to these words mean everything. When you messing with these law people and all of that, words mean everything. What's the first definition? We breaking down each word on these people because words mean everything. A usually, it's not always, it's usually clearly formulated or planned intent or intention. And now we look that word up. Having the mind, attention, or will concentrated on something or some ends or purpose. I don't know what the hell they charged her with, but it wasn't right. It ain't right. It ain't right. Look at that. Minor with the intent, or usually usually probably to engage in. See what I mean? Now let's look at this other shit. The charges focuses on the year 1994 and Why did they pick that year? Why did they pick those years? How long ago was that? That was what? 23 years ago. 2-3. See how they put them double numbers together? You see how they put them double numbers together? It was 3 years in that, and then it's 23 years from that. So we're at the 23 year, and the federal prosecutor with no new information, they going on information that they already knew about 23 fucking years ago. They already knew the same people that said that Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine fucking Maxwell raped him. It's the same people saying the same shit today. So why did the FBI all of a sudden charge Ghislaine Maxwell 23 years later? And then they charged her with this crap. Is this what she negotiated for her turn in? Is these are the charges that she negotiated with the prosecutor to turn herself in? Some little weak ass transportation charges and a perjury charge. So this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking. This is what her and her lawyers negotiated for her to turn herself in, and she might turn in a couple of low-level dudes. You know how this game works. And they all gotta be disappeared too. They all gonna disappear off the face of this earth. She gonna disappear. They gonna lie and say she in jail. We don't even know if she in jail or not, because ain't nobody seen the bride. You know what I mean? So they gonna sit there and lie and say she in jail. They cleared out the whole 5th floor so nobody could see her, so everybody can think somebody's up there. That's what they did. Nobody's up there. Nobody's in jail. None of these people ain't in people in jail, poor motherfuckers, but ain't none of these people in jail. You can believe that. You know what I mean? Now, this makes me really mad that she done went and raped all them damn kids and that she getting away with it. And that, you know, that really pisses me off. That pisses me off. That what they charged her with, what they charged this broad with, with the intent and all of that. Maxwell was invited on the following with the intent to engage in legal acts and all of that. Look, and that's conspiracy. So I guess they saying that she was conspiring. You know what I mean? She really didn't do this. She was conspiring with the intent. See, they got a lot of crazy language in there with them feds. And you know, Jeffrey Epstein knew Bill Barr father. Him and his father was close pals at Brown College, having a good old time choring it up. You know what I mean? From the toast of the hour. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, who's the toast of the hour? Yeah, okay. How Maxwell allegedly grown minors for sex. You know what I mean? Why they didn't charge her with that? Grooming minors for sex too. Why they didn't charge her with rape, child abuse, child rape, murder, torture? What the fuck? I mean, you gotta be crazy if you think that she finna go to prison on them weak ass charges. You know what I mean? With all that money she got, hell, I can beat those charges. I guarantee you, even if they got me on videotape. You know what I mean? Where Maxwell entice victims to travel. Who gives a damn? She went there and raped the girls too, right along with Jeffrey Epstein. She groomed the girl she wanted to fuck. You think she gonna go out and get some girl Jeffrey Epstein wanted? She groomed the girl she wanted to fuck. Little ass kids. What person you think running around looking for little ass kids to have sex with? What grown motherfucker you know run around looking for 12 and 13-year-olds and shit, going from city to city and country to country and riding around with little 12-year-olds and 13-year-olds? Something wrong with you in the head. Your brain something didn't connect right. You didn't download when they had you. They told you, hey, download this to your computer thing. You didn't do that. You fucking start doing something else, playing a video game. That's who these people are. They didn't download. That's why they got attraction to little children. You feel me? And just think about what their parents did to them to make them like they are. Like, you got to do something awful and wicked to your child to make your child want to go hunt and rape and kill and torture little 14 and 15-year-olds and shit. You know what I mean? Like, this is crazy. Oh, anyway, I'm just saying, look, 92, they just trying, I don't know why they went way back to the 90s. And I don't know why they didn't charge her all the way up until she stopped raping kids. They just said they had tabs on her. Now, if you looked at my other video, you would see that the FBI said that they knew where Ghislaine Maxwell was at the whole time. You know what I mean? So they already knew what those victims said. So, and that was 23 years ago. So I want to know, what new evidence did the FBI have to charge her this year and not charge her 23 years ago? I want to know what new evidence they got to not charge that girl 23 years ago when she actually did the damn rape. That's why, don't believe none of it. See, this stuff runs too deep. And it even runs back to Trump. I'm sure it's going to run back to Joe Biden eventually, to Obama, all of them people. It's going to run back to the hidden hand. And they are the hidden hand. We the people need to take our country back. We the people. You know what I mean? Quit letting them rich people, them billionaires. This one dude tried to argue with me about Trump and Joe Biden. I told him, I said, look, bro, what the fuck I look like arguing with you about a billionaire and 100 millionaire, and we both is fucking poor? You think I'm finna sit here and argue with you about some motherfucker who making $1 million that ain't? You think they talking about us? They are talking about us, how to get rid of our ass. You know what I mean? This the Truth Serum on Twitter. I said this the Truth Serum on Twitter, aka Blackout.